Hi there, and welcome back to the Lisa Nichols Show, where together we learn the tools and techniques that can really create the life that you want, the life that you deserve, that mindset of bliss and joy and happiness, and the lifestyle that can blow your own mind. I love reading the comments. You know what I always talk about. No matter, before I go into content, I'm always going to take a moment to reflect on some of your comments. So please continue to write to me because I love it. Listen, Fran, you commented on the episode entitled Fail Forward to Overcome Fears. Oh, I love it. I love the whole concept of fail forward. Like that idea. If you're going to fail forward. The best people on the planet who've achieved the most have failed. They just failed forward. So Fran, you totally got it. You said, quote unquote, I'm so going to project the illusion. What if it works? I love it. What if it works? You're going to do that into your future, right? You said, I'm going to project this into my futures. What if it works? No more holding back. No more worrying about what others think. Fran, can I tell you, if nothing else, if you get nothing else from any of my episodes, hold on to this. I think you'll get some other things, but hold on to this. Run with this. What if it works? What if that thing that I'm worried about, what if it works? And coupled with that, what if I start worrying about what other people think? That right there, game-changing mindset. So Fran, congratulations, sister. I'm so glad that you are here. And then there's Eve. Oh, I love this, Eve. I found myself when I read your comment wondering how are her engagements and her encounters now with her significant other or with her children, if she has children, just because of what you said. You responded to the episode entitled Focus on the Quality of Your Relationships, right? So not chasing a bunch of new relationships, not nurturing a bunch of false relationships online, but really looking at the relationships in your life and how do you foster and focus on quality relationships. You said, thank you, Lisa. As a result, I love this language. First of all, if you want to get me real excited, tell me as a result of something, you did something else. You said, as a result of this episode, I will approach every single conversation, every deep conversation more calmly, and I will begin to become a better listener. That makes my heart happy. Because Eve, when you approach difficult conversations with the intention, on the other side of this conversation, we are together. Not on the other side of this conversation, I'm right and you get my point. But on the other side of this conversation, we've climbed over a difficult moment and we've landed together. Whether we disagree, whether we have some things to work out, we're doing it together. And coupled with the commitment to listen with more intent versus listening, just waiting for the other person to shut up so you can finish your thoughts, so you can convince them that you're right, but truly listening to not only hear what they're saying, but to hear the need behind what they're saying. That level of listening is a game changer. So I'm so excited, Eve. I'm super excited. Keep the comments coming. It really matters to us. You know, when I was 25, I read a book that changed my life. So many people know about it. It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Covey. And I would say to the question, how do I achieve something I have no control over, is to recognize what's actually in your circle of concern and what's actually in your circle of influence. This was a game changer for me. So oftentimes we spend 80% of our time living in our circle of concern. That's things that you're just concerned about, but you have no power to influence. Well, if you're spending 80% of your time in your circle of concern, then you're spending so little time in your circle of influence. Your circle of influence are the things that you have a direct impact on changing. So I want to invite you, if you don't have any influence over it, then don't spend your time thinking about it. Move your time and your energy and your effort over to your circle of influence, because it is highly impactful. And if you can produce what you've produced in your life, spending 20%, let's just say you spent 20% in your circle of influence and you've produced this. What happens when you spend 40%? Or what happens when you spend 80%? What happens when you divide your life? You look at it and you make two columns. You say circle of influence, circle of concern. And you look at all the things you're currently spending your energy on, and then you make a point to drive this circle of influence through the ceiling. What happens? So I don't invite you to try to influence things you can't influence. I invite you to go to the circle that you can influence and move from 20% to 40% to 80%. If you're already at 80, move to 100. If you're at 100, move to 110. That I invite you to take up real estate in your circle of influence and allow your circle of concern to exist, but to get very little energy from you. If you want to know what are those things, it's the promotion for your partner, for your significant other. It's your child who's now an adult making decisions for themselves. It's the way your sister or your mother or your ex decides to live their lives. It's some of the politics. It's so many things that consumes your energy because you give it your energy, but you have no influence over it. Move that energy over to your circle of influence and be a game changer in the areas that you absolutely have influence in. That would be my recommendation for you. This show is not a monologue. It's not about me just talking to you. This show is a conversation, a dynamic dialogue between you, myself, and some amazing people. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear how many things or what have you been allowing to live in your circle of concern. And as a result of this episode, you're saying, Lisa, I'm going to move this out of my circle of concern and I'm going to move and live in my circle of influence. What's in your circle of influence that you haven't given enough energy to? And the result in your life shows that you haven't given enough energy to the thing that you can influence. Share with me. What is it? I want to hear from you. Put your comments below right now. That's important. And be sure, if you haven't already done so, to subscribe. Let's enter into a dynamic relationship where you support me, I support you, and as a tribe, we help everyone rise up bigger, taller, higher. We help each other stand in our greatness, own our light, become comfortable in those moments that are still growing in us, become comfortable in our imperfection while we pursue our brilliance. Join the tribe. Like, this is a place, if it feels good to you, don't push that feeling aside. Step into that feeling. This is the place where I want you to have access to not only amazing content, preferably, but amazing people in the future as well. Why? Because this is your home. Welcome home. We are your tribe, and I'm your sister. And I'll always be here to cheer you on, to celebrate you, to give you a loving piece of, reality, to invite in possibility and transformation, and to remind you that I believe in you, and to always let you know that I love you. I'm excited. I'm excited that you're here, and I'm more excited that you're going to come back. See you soon.